38, 38, 37 plus 1 coming at you right now.
Welcome to Game Chat with Bwana, your source for gaming news and reviews. Now, here's Bwana McCall.
This is Game Chat 1, episode 38, coming to you live November 28, 2011. We are here at live.bwana.tv and at twitch.tv/Bwana, because that's my name. In case you didn't know that, Bwana is my name. We're at twitch.tv/Bwana or live.bwana.tv. We do this every Monday night, y'all. We do this every Monday. I don't know where that came from. We do this every Monday night at about 6 o'clock. Let's rewind that. We're here at live.bwana.tv and at twitch.tv/Bwana. We do this every Monday night at around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Did I get it all right that time? Did that go all right that time? Okay, good. And here at Game Chat 1, we talk about the latest gaming news. The past 7 days of gaming news is what we cover here. We try to find the best of what's out there on the web. And if we don't, you guys can augment. You guys will augment my stories by posting at my forums at bwana.tv/forums, and you can post whatever stories that you find that I didn't happen to find, so that we can find the best of the best that's on the web. And that's how Game Chat Bwana goes. And after we do all that, I do my stuff, I read you guys stuff, we go over that, and then at the very, very end, we have a great time with title time. You guys get to pick the titles. All these witty titles that you see the game chats come up with, I don't come up with those. You guys come up with those with title time, and you win special prizes that we're going to be talking about a little bit later. So let's go ahead and get started. Without further ado, Game Chat 1, episode 38. And for our first story, we are going to be discussing some of the mobile gaming news out there with iOS. Those of you who don't know, that's the mobile operating system for the iPhone called iOS. And we're going to be talking about Chrono Trigger, which is a very, very popular RPG from way, way back when, since before some of you were born. You so young, you youngness. Chrono Trigger came out, I think, in the 80s. I want to say late 80s or mid 80s. I don't remember exactly. I apologize for that. Chrono Trigger is a very, very popular RPG. Next to Final Fantasy over there at Square Enix, they do some great RPGs. And these are some of the classics. And it's finally coming to iOS very, very soon. They said that before the end of December. So you can get your Final Fantasy, they got Final Fantasy Tactics, they got Final Fantasy 2, a bunch of RPGs. And now you'll be able to play Chrono Trigger on iOS. Now, I haven't seen much support or mention of the iPad, although they do mention that it is iOS supported, which it will work on the iPad, but we don't know if they're going to be a separate version or an enhanced version for the iPad. But Chrono Trigger, guys, if you haven't played this game, it should be coming to PSN as well, if it's not there already. I know I made a big stink about it on a previous game chat when Sony promised that it would be coming to PSN, but it never did. Chrono Trigger is heading to iOS next month. So check it out, guys. This is over on joystick.com. You can get your RPG on iOS, mobile gaming, right here. Now, those of you with Android are like, but what about us? Why does iOS get everything and we get nothing? Boo-hoo. 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 Square Enix is now going to accomplish, they're going to accommodate, I was going to say compensate, but they're going to accommodate for all you iOS haters. No, you're not haters. You just like Android. You're going to be getting an Android Square Enix Market. So this is just going to be a store dedicated to Android devices. And it's going to be called the Square Enix Market. It's going to be coming out, I think they said next year. Let's see. Yeah, starting next month, I'm sorry. So around the same time as we see the iOS version of Chrono Trigger, we're going to be seeing the Square Enix Market come out for Japanese carriers. So you won't be seeing it on American carriers just yet, but they said perhaps it will be coming to American counterparts next year. Some of the announced titles are Dragon Quest Monsters Most Wanted, Chaos Ring, the Final Fantasy mobile stuff, and Chrono Trigger and Itadaki Street are also planned. So we're going to see a lot of those games that are already on iOS hopefully make their way to the Android market. So check it out, guys. This is over on GameSetWatch.com. They got the details over there about Square Enix finally opening a market for Android so you guys can get your RPG on Android devices. Speaking of indie music, stop it. Speaking of indie music, the Indie Game Music Bundle. This is a great thing, guys. You guys know how much I love video game music, and we talked about Humble Bundles, which contain independent or indie video games. This is kind of the first of its kind that I've seen. I haven't seen anything like this yet, but they're following the same premise of the Humble Bundles, but they're all video game soundtracks. And it's called the Indie Game Music Bundle. And if you donate $1, you get 10 albums. You get 10 albums. But if you donate $10 at least, you'll get 21 albums. Now, it was 17, but they recently increased it to 21. And having downloaded this, as you can see from the countdown, it ends in 8 hours. So those of you watching the live stream, if you haven't bought this yet, you might want to go do it. But wait, because at the end of the show today, I'm going to be giving away 2 of these to some viewers. 2 of these are going to be given away after the show, Game Chat Bwana. We're going to give you guys some music, and I'm telling you, having listened to it, it is high quality music. I played a little bit of it before the show. This is the type of music I like to play the Minecraft too and other games. This is great video game music from artists such as, you got the Minecraft, Volume Alpha, the Cobalt, Super Meat Boy, Imposter Nostalgia, Raven Mark, and then there's a whole bunch more. A total of 21 albums. They got the PPPPPPPPPPPPP soundtrack from VVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVV chiptune type music. Also, there's some other great production, just great music overall. So if you haven't already, go donate to these guys. They'll take as little as $1, give you 10 albums, and up to you can get 21 albums for $10. I can't really stress how good it is. It is so worth. To me, all of this is worth at least $50. You're getting 21 albums. 21. At least $50 for this. This is how much this is all worth. But you can get it for as low as $10. Check it out, guys. They got the details over on GameMusicBundle.com. You only got 8 hours from now. So those of you watching on YouTube, it's probably over. Shame on you for not coming to Game Chat with Bwana while it's live. Shame on you, YouTube subscriber. Shame. I'm just kidding here. GameMusicBundle.com. Check it out, guys. You can follow them over at Twitter.com/GameMusicBundle as well.
Game Chat with Bwana is recorded live before a worldwide audience every Monday night. You can participate by suggesting news stories. Just register an account in our forums at bwana.tv/forums.
Okay. Now you know you've made a big time when you get a hat in TF2. You know that you are successful. Let's talk about the maker of Minecraft. His name is Notch. And Notch has been singing the praises of TF2. He plays with his wife. He's even mentioned that on Twitter, that they play TF2. And Valve gave him an exclusive hat. You know you've made it big time when you got an exclusive hat. It's a blocky looking hat with Notch's face and a hat. A hat on a hat. Wait a minute. My brain. Oh, ouch. There's a hat with a hat. Okay. He's wearing a hat, which is a face with another hat on top of it. Brainception, hatception, and ooh, that one hurt. But this is a very nice looking hat that Notch is exclusive to Notch. And you know, if he decides to like say, let's say Minecraft just fails. Like they get a lawsuit that somebody saw too many blocks and their eyes fell out, and Notch is sued and he loses all his money. Let's just say it fails. Nah, I'm not wishing that on him. Let's just say it fails. He could sell this hat and make all his money back. Probably not tradable though. But that's how valuable this hat is. If you got an exclusive hat that only you can wear, people will pay millions and millions and millions of dollars for this hat. That's how valuable it is. But you know you have made it big time when Valve gifts you. You don't even have to ask for it. They just say, here, Notch, we made a hat. We made a hat of your head with a hat on top of it. Take it. And Notch is like, and he's going crazy over there in wherever he is. But it looks like a cardboard box. It's very, 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 very Minecrafty. You know, it looks like the hats a lot of people wear when they go to Minecraft conventions like Minecon. You saw a bunch of people walking around with these Steve heads on. It looks just like that, but in TF2. Notch actually posted that he gets a lot of medics now when he plays, and also spies. Draws a lot of attention, wouldn't you say? I would, because I just said it. Check it out, guys. This is over on joystick.com. They got the details. Valve gifts Notch his own head on other people's heads. Now, let's talk about DCU. DC Universe Online. A bunch of game chats ago, I didn't bring it out, but I mentioned that DC Universe was going free to play. And I mentioned that it was going to be a good thing for the game. I said, we'll see how it turns out. I don't know if the numbers are going to go up. I don't know if they're going to go down, but I think it'll be a good thing for the game, especially the way they laid it out. It wasn't too intrusive. But now, this article, which was written over on PlayStationLifestyle.net, mentions that they have grown, and they continue to see growth ever since they went free to play. Check out the quote now. They said they're really happy with DC Universe Online and how they're doing. Here's some interesting facts. DQ's player base is growing at 6% a day. 6% a day. You take that in. Just take that in. 6% a day. That means that every day that goes by, there's 6%. There's 100 players. There's now 106. Math. 6% a day. So they say great to see all the new players. Now, continuing. A 700% increase in daily revenue. Ouch. 700% increase in daily revenue. 47% PC and 53% PS3 is the breakout of that 700% increase in daily revenue. That's amazing in itself. More than 85% of daily logins are returning players. So a lot of people are coming back. And additional character slots and the Vanguard of Heaven skins are the two most popular marketplace items. So I think in the free version, you only get two or three characters. So people are wanting to roll more. Shut up. People are, my microphone's acting stupid. People are wanting to roll more character slots, and that they're purchasing that. And the Vanguard of the Heavens character skins, I have no idea what that is. Been away from the game too long, but wow. After becoming free to play, it gained 120,000 PC registration in 2 days. And 1 million multi-platform gamers in 11 days. And is growing 6% per day. And according to this article, the servers aren't liking it too much because the servers are starting to crash. The servers are starting to crash. So check this out, guys. I am very proud of them. A lot of people who didn't buy this game, not myself included, but a lot of people who didn't buy said that they would play it if it was free to play. And it looks like a lot of those people held up to their promise. A lot of people are joining this game. And I'll tell you, I mean, you guys watch me play the beta. I played the release. I played for a couple weeks after release. And it is a fun game. It is a very, very fun game. And even if you're not into comic books, if you're not into the DC universe, it is still a fun game. So it's worth checking out. So download it for free at, I think it's dcuniverseonline.com. And you can find it on PSN, I believe, for the PlayStation 3. Free to play with some limitations, but it's got the old microtransaction model that everybody's come to love now. PlayStationLifestyle.net has the details over there. DC Universe Online. Check it out, guys. They got the details over there. Now, we're going to shift gears. We're going to shift gears and talk about Battlefield, namely with EA. And I believe we did mention this story, but I want to bring it up again. That EA was getting a class action lawsuit from all the PS3 owners who were promised a free copy of Battlefield 1943, which is more of an arcade PSN level. Like, you could think of it as like a $10, $15 game. They were promised that for free if they bought Battlefield 3. Out of nowhere, EA just up and said, nope, we're not going to do it. And gamers went crazy, as they should. It was a really big stink. And they said, well, we'll make it up to you. We'll give you the Back to Karkan expansion a week early. And they were like, I don't want the Back to Karkan. I want my Battlefield 1943. So, class action lawsuit hit. And very shortly after that, EA changed their mind. They said, well, after giving it some thought and careful consideration, we at EA feel that our gamers deserve what we promised them. Therefore, we are going to issue Battlefield 1943 as promised. Love us. Love us here at EA. Love us. We will stand good on our promises because we're good. No, I'm just joking. But basically, they said, buy Battlefield 3 for the PlayStation 3, and we'll give you a free copy of 1943. That was what they promised, and they changed their mind, and then they came back and said, well, we're now going to do it. They said that there has been, here's a quote, there have been misunderstandings around Battlefield 1943 and Battlefield 3. There's been misunderstandings. Obviously, we just don't get it! To address this, we are making Battlefield 1943 available free of charge to owners of Battlefield 3 on the PS3 beginning this month. So you have to jump through a few hoops. You have to go to 1943redemption.battlefield.com on November 26th for Europe, December 10th for America. So they make you go to a site and redeem a voucher. They're not going to make it easy. You're going to have to go and work for it. But it's better than not giving it to us at all. So I'm glad EA did this. This was the right thing to do. They should have did it from the get-go. Should have did it from the start. Shouldn't have taken a class action lawsuit to make this happen, EA. I really think that, you know, companies should learn a lesson from this. Don't promise things to customers if you're not going to give it to them. I mean, don't even mention it. Make it a surprise. If you're not sure you're going to be able to do it, make it a surprise. Say, well, okay, we'll do it if we can do it. And then once it comes out, we're like, well, to thank our PS3 owners, you get a free copy of Battlefield 1943. And when you surprise customers, they will love you. Ooh, they will love you. They will grab you and hug you and buy you flowers because that's the best thing in the world, to get a surprise. Just like I mentioned with the indie music bundle, we got 4 free albums after the fact, and that was like a really good surprise. It made me want to. I bought 2 more to give away after that. I've been tweeting it. I've been giving them all kinds of positive press because of that. When you surprise your customers, man, give them a little incentive, you know, to give you that positive word of mouth. But what EA did is a classic example of what not to do. Check it out, guys. This is over on escapistmagazine.com. They got the details about EA changing their mind on the Battlefield 1943 free version for the PS3 owners.
Please support Game Chat with Bwana by turning off your ad-blocking software.
Okay, dokie. Now let's talk about something very, very cool. And it has to do with Battlefield 3. And we found this on Reddit. This came my way by way of Hypnomatic. He told me yesterday about this. And I couldn't believe it. I just simply couldn't believe it. Now, when we talk about Battlefield 3, a lot of times we think about authenticity. That A word, authenticity. And how the maps really look realistic. I think it was Postman Pat who brought up to me. He said that I think he had been to Paris before, and he said that a lot of the things that they did in the Paris map really look like vintage Paris. But this is very cool. If you in Battlefield, if there's a little bot called an EOD bot. All right, this thing can arm and disarm bombs, and it can repair vehicles and things like that. It also kill enemies, which is pretty hilarious. But you deploy it as an engineer. It has little coordinates on the top left corner. Okay, these are actually coordinates. These are actually latitude and longitude coordinates, and they're real. So what people have done is that they've went to several maps. The first one being Scene Crossing in Paris, and they put these coordinates in Google Maps. And guess what they found? This. Here is Scene Crossing in real life. If you put the coordinates anywhere in the game, they show up in the real map. These are real coordinates. Let's go to Street View here. This is Scene Crossing. You guys know this bridge? Does this bridge look familiar in Battlefield? Does that look familiar? It's just so awesome. And a couple people found a couple more. Let's see, Nashar Canals. This is Nashar Canals here. I don't know if I can do a street view down here. Some of these I can't. No, I can't. But this is Nashar Canals, the actual Nashar Canals. And this is Karg Island. This is Karg Island right here. These are actual real coordinates of real locations, and we found this to be true for a majority of the maps. I think the one we tried was Caspian Border, and it didn't work correctly. So maybe Caspian Border is a made-up location. I don't know. But that was one of the coolest things I have seen in a long time in any video game. I'm serious, guys. That is so awesome. So if you go to this Reddit thread that I have linked in the show description, I think they've linked some more. A lot of people are reacting the same way you do. They were like mind blown. You know, they're doing the mind blown thing. Very, very cool. I saw Scene Crossing and my mouth just dropped. I was like, I blew up that building in Battlefield 3. I proceeded to launch a rocket into the corner of it, and it came crumbling down. And there it is, real. I had no idea it was a real place. I guess that was my ignorance there. But guys, check this out. This is over on Reddit.com. A user pointed this out, that these coordinates are actually real coordinates to the game. So this is over on Reddit.com. Check that out. Very, very cool. Now, this is probably why Iran has banned Battlefield 3. Oh man, but no, this is related but not related. Iran has Iran. I'm sorry, I might be pronouncing it wrong. Iran. I'm from America. We pronounce it Iran, not Iran, but Iran, because Iran. Iran bans Battlefield 3. And apparently, it was because of some of the single-player coverage in Tehran. And there's even a multiplayer rap called Tehran Highway. And part of that, in the single-player, you demolish parts of the city. And apparently it was too realistic. So according to Iran, all computer stores are prohibited from selling this illegal game. Let's see, what was it? Let's see. It said they prevented it from being sold because it depicts a U.S. military against the city of Tehran using tanks and aircraft. This news comes from the Iranian IT magazine. Apparently, there's a protest underway by Iranian youths. They put together a petition, and they have 5,000 signatures. So it I don't know. I think I'm reading that wrong. It says the foreign news agency further adds that the game has prompted an online protest. Oh yeah, it is prompted an online protest by a group of Iranian youths. I think they're the ones who actually want the ban to come up. We understand that, yeah, that's true. I should flip that, guys. These youths want it banned. We understand that the story of a video game is hypothetical. This is what the Iranian youths are saying. But we believe the game is purposely released at a time when the U.S. is pushing the international community into fearing Iran. And this petition has 5,000 signatures. So it was actually Iranian youths who caused it to be banned. 5,000 signatures in that petition. So, yeah, they've been arresting people who trying to sell the game in secret. So it's a pretty big deal over in Iran about banning Battlefield 3. So check it out, guys. Very heated political ties to Battlefield in Iran. Over on GamePolitics.com, they got the details over there. Now, let's talk about the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 3 has a game called Uncharted 3. And granted, I love this game, but I haven't had a lot of time to play it because too many games. But one of the things I noticed about it was, I think you guys noticed it when I streamed it live here, is that it was hard to hit people. I had trouble aiming. I thought it was me. I thought it was that I had been away from the game so long that I just couldn't hit anybody. But apparently other people had the same issue. There was some problems with the aiming. And what this is patch 1.0.2, is going to add a thing called alternate aiming, which apparently will bring back the old way of aiming and shooting, which is, I don't know why they would change it in the first place, but they're going to bring alternate aiming back. So hopefully that'll help me hit people, because I'm telling you, man, I was just missing everybody, and I was pretty decent in Uncharted 2. I would be able to hit people pretty far away. Stop it. But this is also going to bring back the cutscene viewer, which was left out for some reason. So if you want to watch, just play back all the cutscenes and watch the Uncharted 3 as a movie, which most people do, you can do that as well. So this patch has dropped already. I believe it did. Yeah, it's now available. This patch has dropped, and you can check it out if you play Uncharted 3 for the PS3. And that concludes all of my stories, guys. Pretty quick one. Actually, no, it's about right. That concludes all my stories. We're going to move on to the user-submitted stories that you guys have submitted to me on Bwana.tv/forums.
Game Chat with Bwana is recorded live before a worldwide audience every Monday night. You can participate by suggesting news stories. Just register an account in our forums at Bwana.tv/forums.
It seems fast, but it's actually right on time. Usually my stories take about 30 minutes, and it's 6:30. So you guys were just hungry for more game chat, weren't ya? Yeah, you were hungry for it. But that's about right. So we're going to move on to our user-submitted stories, and they're over at Bwana.tv/forums. What I do before every show, I try to do it an hour before, but I don't know, today I was late. I post all the links that I'm going to talk about so you guys can read them and go over them, see what I'm going to talk about, offer opinions. And you can post your own stories that are not in the list that I have posted. So we're going to go ahead and go down the list. First, oh boy. First up is Roz. Computer games now in public urinals. That face. Yeah. I'm laughing at multiple things on the screen right now. Computer games now in public urinals. I'm not gonna play the. Oh gosh. There's a. Too late. My brain has been. Oh no. After 3 years of development, the men of Britain can at last get gaming while they pee. Captive Media have launched the world's first revolutionary hands-free video game for men's urinals. Co-founder of... Woo, I was there the first night we put it in with my baby on the wall. Not sure how people would react. My baby was on the wall. And the first thing that happened was a group of American servicemen were in the bar, and I heard one of them coming out, high-fiving his mate, saying, 12! And his pals were saying, no way, dude. And they were going to go off to play and compete. And I thought, this is good. Oh, no. Wait a minute. It gets brilliant. It gets better. The games are controlled by the direction of a man's pee stream. Users aim at one of 3 infrared sensors to steer themselves down a ski slope and then knock down penguins or even answer quiz questions. Ooh, man. I don't even. Oh, I don't even. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So yeah, check it out. That's over on skynews.com. Thanks for the link, Roz. Woo. Okay, Mama says, World of Warcraft turned her child into aggressive school skipping hunchback. That image. I'm sorry. I almost spit out my water. A mother writes into Australia's Telegraph to complain that World of Warcraft has turned her 13-year-old into an aggressive computer addict who skips schools and threatens violence if pulled away from his game. She says the boy, who is bigger than she is, missed most of his schooling this year and most of last year. She tried talking to him, can't physically move him because he outweighs her, and has even gotten the school and police involved. We have spoken to the school, and they have spoken to him, and he is not worried about it at all. We have called the police because he gets aggressive when he takes the computer away. For the Horde! For the Horde! For the Horde! He starts punching holes through walls, throwing things around, and threatening you. Woo! Wow, this is special. This is special, guys. If you see yourself doing this, stop. He's 13 years old now. She's still got time to raise him. She takes it away and he gets violent. I mean, don't give it back. Let him punch holes in the wall. That's my advice. Just deal with that. But this is basically a temper tantrum, a 13-year-old temper tantrum. So this is unfortunate that it came to this point, but it's got to stop at some point. But I don't know where the hunchback came in. Is his posture like bad now? Yeah, she says she believes this is a true addiction, and I agree. Something you can't tackle by simply taking away the computer. Oh, watch me. Yeah, you can take it away. Mental health services to come to her home and speaking to a judge, blah, 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 blah. This is very extreme. So, guys, don't let it get to this point. We play games, we joke about it and stuff, but seriously, don't let it get to the point to where you are punching holes in walls and screaming for the Horde at your mom when she takes the computer away. Thanks for the link, Roz. Okay, I was laughing at Fish Twit's avatar. That's too funny. Okay, Skyrim patch is now out for PS3, 360, and PC to follow soon. It's over on OneUp.com. I got to skip an ad for this. Oh, OneUp. Why you no cooperate? Where gamers call home. Okay, here we go. Skyrim patch now out on PS3, 360 and PC to follow soon. PS3 gamers won't have to... Whoa! Campaign of the decade! Shut up. PS3 gamers won't have to worry anymore about lag stemming from large save game files. So this patch apparently fixes some lag with large game files. They've been dealing with a particularly annoying issue that should hopefully be resolved with the release of a patch today. Many issues patch resolved described as rare, but some are specific to a single platform. Most importantly, among the fixes is one faced by PS3 gamers who have had played for a long period of time, which is all of you, and created large save game files. This resulted in severe lag that could make the game nigh unplayable without frequently restarting the system. Xbox 360 gamers hoping to install the game without sacrificing visual quality will also want to grab this patch as soon as possible. Here's the full patch notes. Let's see. The skeleton key, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Other issues resolved, including Dragon Corpses going away properly. The skeleton key working on the way it should when player is out of lockpicks. And the escape button backing out of menus on PC. Oh, thank you! I've been hitting escape like crazy and it just does nothing. I mean, that's what the button means. I want to escape what's on the screen. Escape. So, let's see. An occasional issue where guests would arrive at a player's wedding dead. You can't make up this stuff. The full patch notes, courtesy Bethesda blog, follow below. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Dragon Corpses. Sleeping animation bug. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks for the link, Fish Twit. Okay, if a Final Fantasy VII remake ever happens, changes could be made. Ooh. Also on 1UP. Final Fantasy VII, the beloved darling of Final Fantasy fans everywhere. People want to remake so bad it's hurting them. And let's see. Let's look for the quote. It says, if I may speak as a game creator, if we were to produce a remake of 7, for example, I would be really tempted to delete things and add new elements. You do that, man. You're going to... Oh, wow. New systems or whatever, because if we were to make the exactly same thing right now, it'd be like a repeat. I think that's what people want. If I'm not mistaken, the people who want a Final Fantasy VII remake, they want the exact same game, but with updated visuals. That's what I understand. And you guys can correct me, but I think that's what people want. And they'd actually buy it. Just look at Ocarina of Time. It sold a bunch of 3DS systems, and that's pretty much what it is. It'd be an issue of repetition and not as much fun to make such a game. Okay, so I'd be really interested in rearranging games or reshaping games into something slightly different, even though it's supposed to be the same game. But if we did that, the fans might be disappointed. You think? Or this is not what this is not what I was expecting. So in a sense, maybe some might say that it's better to let memory be memory. So it sounds like he's not willing to compromise. He's like, it'll be boring to make the same game, so I'm not going to do it. And if I change it, okay, here's this logic. If I make a new one, I'd have to change it because I want to redo things. But if I don't change it, it'll be boring to make. So those are the choices. And if I do change it, you guys will be mad at me, so let's just let it stay there. That's some very selfish logic right there. I mean, the fans are asking for something, you're not giving it to them because you think it's boring. Whatever. Sometimes Square Enix really, really confuses me. Thanks for the link, Fish Twit. Let's move on to the next one. And that avatar is absolutely amazing. This is Sir Soapy. Liquid Hero wins DreamHack Sapphire AMD 2011. This was this past weekend. Those of you who don't know, DreamHack is they have one in winter and summer. I think they have more than that, actually. But DreamHack winner, a bunch of games being played, including Bloodline Champions, League of Legends, and Quake Live, and StarCraft, and all kinds of games. But this one was won by Liquid Hero. He's a frequent streamer on Twitch TV, and I love to watch his stream. He's a Protoss player. He beat Evil Genius's Terran player Puma in the grand final of DreamHack Winter. Now, the reason why I like him because his micro is just ridiculous. Micro is where you actually control individual units in StarCraft. Not necessarily building them and building buildings, that's macro. But I've seen him do drops with Colossus that seemed like it was so good, it seemed like it was cheating. it's like, you can't do that. You're too good. Stop it. GG. I'm out of here. But if you go to twitch.tv/ I think it's twitch.tv/ Liquid Hero, he'll occasionally stream his gameplay, and it is absolutely amazing what he can do with those units. So DreamHack was apparently a great success. I heard the production was really good as usual. They had a few hiccups, but congratulations to Liquid Hero. He won 200,000 SEK. That's 21,704 euros. And I think this is his first major tournament win. So congratulations. E.G. Puma took home 9,000 euros or 90,000 SEK. Third and fourth place went to Night End Liquid. Oh, Red placed fourth. Oh, awesome. So Team Liquid actually did very, very good in DreamHack. They got 2 winners in the top 10. So congratulations to those guys. And DRG Call MVP Don Regu came in 10th place. That's 10th or 8th. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing here. But congratulations to Liquid Hero. Wins DreamHack Sapphire AMD 2011. Okay. Yogscast and Notch. I'm just gonna briefly mention this because this happened last week, and it was all drama. Apparently Notch didn't like what Yogscast said to some children in terms of language, and he basically called them out in public, saying he's never gonna work with them again. And it was this huge stink in public. A lot of misinformation going around, and ultimately Notch apologized. So it's kind of squashed right now. So as much ado over nothing, Notch says he believes it was due to the stress and his just being very, very tired from Minecon, that he overreacted. He should have approached them in person instead of calling them out publicly. So he apologized, and from what I understand, it should be all squashed. So it was just this huge debate about language around children, and Yogscast show and that whole deal. So so thanks for the links, Real Rondo, but I'm not gonna bring it up again because it's all been kind of resolved since then. But thanks for the links anyway. Okay, Raj Yami. Sony doesn't want to be late with PS4. You're right. That sunglasses, that's pretty distracting. I can't seem to stop. Yeah, we're gonna save this because that's kind of mesmerizing. I think I'm gonna put that in like the corner of my stream when I play games, and that's just oof. So okay, Rajami, Sony doesn't want to be late with PS4. We don't want to be later than the competition. Apparently, Microsoft is in the probably the final development stages of their next console. A lot of rumors are coming out. People are calling it the Xbox 720. It's Xbox 360, so they add another 360 degrees. People are just spinning around all day and night on Xbox 360. But Sony doesn't want to be late this time, because Xbox 360 got a year head start, and Sony still hasn't recovered from that in terms of sales behind the Xbox 360. So people really bash Microsoft for coming out with the 360 so early because it obviously wasn't ready. The hardware was terrible. The software was there, but the hardware was bad. We all remember the red rings of death. So it's obvious that Microsoft rushed the Xbox 360, but it turned out to be a pretty lucrative gamble. Because they really took a lot of market share from Sony, so did Nintendo. But Sony doesn't want to be late this time. It says still a lot of unfinished business on the PS3. I think let me go back. He said, I think we would consider it undesirable to be significantly later than the competition. I mean, obviously because of what happened last time. If you look at the PlayStation 2, now in excess of 150 million units installed globally, a huge majority of that was done at lower price points. There's a considerable untappable part of the market there for the PS3. So they're probably going to look at dropping the price even more on the PS3. The Wii U launches in 2012, and rumors about the 720 or Loop. So Sony doesn't want to be late, so they probably got some contingency designs ready, just in case Microsoft does announce something. They may have something ready to announce as well. And if Microsoft is going to be late, they might add some bells and whistles. I mean, they got to be prepared for this stuff. But I absolutely agree. I don't want Sony to be late either. I think it will be healthy for, not for our wallets, but it'll be healthy for the gaming industry if they announce these all at the same time. Or if they come out with these all at the same time. But our wallets are going to really be mad. But yeah, good article. Thanks, Rajemi. Connect 2 to read lips, make French fries, and soak up nasty spills. Okay. Those are 3 things I could not put together. Sources close to Eurogamer believe that Microsoft has a pretty lofty plans for the next generation of Kinect. Kinect 2 will not only offer improved motion tracking and voice recognition, but will be capable of all kinds of technical wizardry. Apparently, the device will be able to read lips, detect the direction a player is facing, and recognize his or her emotional state. If your current emotional state is a little freaked out, we're right there with you. Because, yeah, I am too. I don't want computers to know how I feel. No. 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 According to sources, the new device will not utilize USB and thus won't be hampered by its relatively antiquated data speeds. Ooh. This will allow for phenomenally high-res data. So they know what that screams to me? That screams to me that Microsoft is going to make yet another proprietary connector. This is probably not going to utilize the current standards out there. So be prepared for overpriced peripherals. Just saying. That's going to happen. Thanks for the link, Rajami, Xbox Connect 2 on the read lips and French fries. Okay. See how many more we got. All right, cool. Technifin, Gran Turismo 5 will get a Christmas update. Gran Turismo 5 schedules a Christmas update. Let's see what's in here. This game was on sale, I think, for Black Friday. And I should have got it if I had the money. I didn't have the money. Let's see here. This here. Next update is the latter part of December near Christmas. It's currently unknown what the patch will contain, but you can bet it'll implement further adjustments and tuning as needed, as all the previous patches have. Oh wow, Gran Turismo 5 celebrated its first birthday just 2 days ago. Didn't know that. So yeah, look for some more updates. This was confirmed via Twitter that a Christmas update is coming for Gran Turismo 5, but no details on what's actually coming just yet. So we'll be watching that one. And the other story is Doom 3 source code is now available. Doom 3 source code is now available. So you can go over to GitHub right now, download it, look at it, be confused, and then delete it. And remember, ID Tech 4 isn't obsolete just yet. A modified version of it will power Human Head's Prey 2 next year. So this is ID Tech 4 stuff. ID Tech 5 is already out with Rage, and I don't think Skyrim is using that, but I know Rage is. But it's over at GitHub, ID Tech 4. So if you want to make your own game using this engine, its source code is available right now. All right. Okay, Mass Effect movies still based on games. So they changed their mind? Apparently they weren't going to base it on the game storyline. They were going to make their own thing. But Legendary Pictures fixes a few mistakes on their official site and reconfirms that Mass Effect movie is still based on the games. Okay. So yeah, we made a big stink about this earlier, like a few episodes ago, when they said that the Mass Effect movie was not going to be based on the games. They were going to have their own thing going. And a lot of us kind of moaned and groaned at that, but they're apparently going to make good on the promise that it's going to be based on the games. I don't know. I don't know. Them going back and forth like that makes me a little bit skeptical. I don't think they're gonna actually. I don't want to ruin this moment, but I would be a little bit cautious to believing this statement. Check it out, guys. That's over on Game Rant. Thanks for the link. Nicholas, fun stuff. All right, Terraria patch. Yeah, I heard about this. 1.1 to add new bosses, monsters, NPCs, hard mode, and Unreal Mega Shark. What? Terraria patch 1.1 to add new bosses, monsters, NPCs, hard mode, and Unreal Mega Shark. So it will be released on December 1st. Wow, that's like this week. 39 monsters. Wow. 4 new bosses, including a hideous wall of flesh. What? 3 NPCs, 222 items? Wow, they're redoing the game, sounds like. 4 armor sets and 21 accessories. Okay. So it's going to improve the world generation tech, improve the lighting system, and it's going to add great big rainbows in the backgrounds. What the thing that I want most with Terraria, guys, is I want things to respawn. Because once you mine out a world in Terraria, that's it. And I think that killed the replayability for me. So you constantly starting new worlds, even though they're random. But you know, you work hard to build all this stuff, and you know the stuff's gone. Once you loot a dungeon, it's gone. So I thought there should have been some kind of respawning, or just the world generator should be like Minecraft and just keep regenerating as you go out. I don't know. So maybe this will get me to come back to the game, because I think it lost its replayability for me. All right, guys. Thanks for the story, Imrandil. Lots of new things coming to Terraria. And Gabe on piracy. How did I know this was going to come up? Okay. So this article, Gabe Newell of Valve, basically comes out and says that Steam really doesn't have an issue with piracy, because they believe that piracy is a function of service and not price. Let's see. Let's read the quote here. We think there's a fundamental misconception about piracy. Piracy is almost always a service problem and not a pricing problem. For example, if a pirate offers a product anywhere in the world 24/7, purchasable from the convenience of your personal computer, sounds familiar, and a legal provider says the product is region locked, will come to your country in 3 months after the U.S. release, can only be purchased at a brick and mortar store, then the pirate service is more valuable. Okay. So he's knocking that these time releases and brick and mortar stuff. Most DRM solutions diminish the value of a product by either directly restricting a customer's use or by creating uncertainty. Here's what, okay, you guys aren't going to like me, but I don't care. Here's the problem with piracy. Self-control. I gave this speech a lot of times. We lack self-control. If you are told to wait, or you have to wait on something that somebody else gets, you don't have a right. There's no right. There's no law written that you have to have it. You wait. People don't have self-control, and when they have the temptation of downloading illegally, they do it because they lack self-control. So I don't agree with Gabe. I don't think it's about service. I think it's about people's self-control. They can't wait. And you're like, oh, I shouldn't have to wait. Well, it's a game. It's not bread and water. it's entertainment. Oh man. Now a lot of us complain we don't want to wait, but you know, it's tough. And the self-control goes out the window with the lure of piracy and free version on the internet. You know, just one click away and your satisfaction will be solved. No, self-control. You lack self-control. So Gabe does make some good points about the services and stuff like that. There's definitely a lot of things that companies can do different. DRM stinks, but I made a huge blog post in the past. I said the pirates really gave us DRM, so they should be thankful for that. This DRM is their fault, because they put companies into a corner and they couldn't innovate. So what they did, they just basically locked everything down so that they can stay alive. But I think companies really can learn a lot from Valve. I think Valve has a really good system with Steam. Even though when it initially came out, a lot of people hated it because of the whole encryption unlock thing. I couldn't share it amongst multiple computers. I think when it first came out, using it on multiple computers wasn't as easy as it is now. Apparently freedom was limited. But I don't think, like I said, I don't think piracy is a service problem. I think it's a personal problem for a lot of people. Because this is entertainment. Now, if this was like I said, this was like food and water and stuff, you know, that's a different argument. But this is entertainment, and people think they have a right to have stuff at a certain time. Now, if a company promises you something and you pay for it, then that's different. But I don't know. But I like to complain too. I'm right there with you guys. I usually complain when, especially if a country gets the product before we do. Like, what's an example of that? Not many examples. U.S. gets a lot of stuff first, but I know a lot of the Europeans and stuff. They're really upset, especially with like Battlefield. Battlefield 3. We got like 3 days early. We got like 3 or 4 days early, and DICE is over there. DICE is not even in the U.S., and the U.S. got it first. So I was just like, wow, that was pretty big. But check it out, guys. Gabe and piracy, not about price. I got my own opinions on that. Yeah, let's go. And I do believe that is all of our articles, and I think it's time to articles, and I don't know if it's something about articles. It might be something about what? Title time. It might be title time. Title time is when you guys supply us all kinds of stories and titles and things that make me smile and giggle. You provide witty titles about what we'll talk about in this show, and then we go about it and talk about the game chat. One and becomes a title. You win prizes. No, you don't. Let's go. Okay, I got my notepad out. Uncharted 3 aims to please Iran. No BF3 for you. Big MacBook says Iran stomps all over Battlefield 3. Notch loses his head. Valve gives him another. I lost my place. You guys are doing too many. Scene, sane, sign. Connect 2. Approved by Ryan Popiel. Ski free YUP. Oh, it's funny because it's true. Hi, YouTube. EA giveth, taketh away, and giveth again. It only does everything except USBs. Gabe says, "R, matey. Campaign of the decade, shut up. These shows are too early." Notch is a blockhead. Ooh, Charlie Brown reference. 13-year-old boy fights for the horde as struggling mother tries to take PC away. Play a game while letting it flow. Sony pulls a 720. Oh, I see what you did there. I like it. Oh, never mind. I've got an itchy Chrono Trigger finger. Iran kicks Battlefield 3 to the curb. Well, I'll need to finish Skyrim. SpongeBob Square Enix. Mass Effect remembers Mario Brothers movie. Bwana shave your mustache. I ran from Battlefield 3 to Uncharted 3. Toilet game creates more Wii jokes. Peeing in video games, a wonderful combo. Gay Pirate Hunter. Untitled. Product piracy problem? Police. Yawcast wins against Notch. Square pulls the trigger on the iOS. You're my hero. Waiting is for people who wait. Wait a minute. I ran from Battlefield 3 to the urinal. Yoshcast Drama Kings. Must stare at sunglasses thingy. Battlefield coordinates lead. Real bands. I still want to play Skyrim. Who cares? I still want to play Skyrim. Urinal gaming brings new meaning to streaming. I love you. Okay. What a lot of titles here. All right, let's Let's get some here. Okay. We might have to do 4 tonight. Hold on, let me look again because I saw a lot of them. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. We're gonna go with 4. That was hard. We're gonna go with 4 titles today, and we're gonna do the usual vote system. And let's go ahead and get this started. I'm putting numbers in front of them. Okay. There's 1. 2, 3, 4. Go! Vote for the title of your favorite choice of the favoriteness by typing in the number of your choice. Scroll up. If you want to see what the titles are, type in the number only once. Your first vote will count. So if you type it in multiple times, it will not count. The bot will read your choice. Okay, looks like the votes are starting to slow down. 10 more seconds. And poll has been stopped. The results are 3, 7, 2, 1. 1 wins. Notch loses his head. Valve gives him another. Who was that? Wow, who did that title? Shadow Chibi? Shadow Chibi. Congratulations, Shadow Chibi. You win. What do you win? Absolutely nothing, because here at Game Chat Bwana, we don't offer prizes. We give you bragging rights. Bragging rights until next week. You can tell all your friends and family. You can say, hey guys, guess what? I won Game Chat with Bwana title time. And they'll go, hey, welcome to the family. We'll take you back, prodigal son. You left us in shame, but now you come back with Game Chat with Bwana title time. We love you again. You'll go, oh family, you're so kind. You love me because I have praise and accolades. You have bragging rights. It's an awesome thing to win Game Chat with Bwana title time. Take it seriously. Hold up that trophy high. You are the winner, Mr. Shadow Chibi. And that concludes Game Chat with Bwana, episode 38. I want to thank everybody for coming by tonight. We had a great time here. We're here every Monday night at live.bwana.tv and at twitch.tv/Bwana. Every Monday night, we do it at 6 p.m. Eastern to accommodate for our European viewers. And I want to thank everybody for coming by our live show. You can follow me on YouTube at youtube.com/IOBuffa. That's IUBUFFA. Or you can follow me here at twitch.tv/Bwana or on Twitter. Twitter.com/Bwana or Twitter.com/Bwana Live if you wish to be notified when I go live. You can also follow me on Google Plus as well. Just search for my name on Google Plus. I post there quite a bit. We post a show there. Game Chat One is posted there. You can plus one us. You can comment on us. I'm fairly active on Google Plus. Kind of, I don't know. I'm more active on Twitter than I am on Google Plus. But we are on there as well. Again, thanks everybody for coming out. And I encourage you all to join our premium subscription program. I keep hitting this by accident at the beginning of the show. I don't want to hit it in the beginning of the show. It's 2 shows in a row that came up in the beginning. I didn't want to hit it. But we encourage you to join our premium package. We offer a lot of benefits for those of you who feel the need and wish to donate. This is not an obligation. This is completely optional. If you want to support Game Chat 1 and my other endeavors, you can donate $5 a month and we give you a premium package. You get Minecraft benefits, you get Team Fortress 2 benefits, you get forum benefits, and soon you will have Twitch.tv benefits, hopefully sooner than later. So there's a lot of things going there. Go to Bwana.tv/donate if you wish to donate to our show. And that concludes our show for this week. Game Chat Bwana episode 38 is complete. And following the show, those of you who just got here, and I don't know if you knew, we're going to be giving away 2 indie game music bundles. So we're going to be giving away 2 of these bundles, which consist of 7 gigabytes of music, of indie game music. So we're going to be giving away 2 of those after the show. This is just a reward for those of you coming by the live show. Shame on you, YouTube! Shame! 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 On you. I know some of you guys can't make it from YouTube. That's all right. That concludes episode 38. Take care. Bye-bye. See you next time. Next week, same time, same station. Yeah. Bye. 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 Bye.